Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I like to begin by giving all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yoshai, Bashem, Kakadash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Soonnn. Shalom to the brothers on the four corners of the earth that teaching this good gospel in all sincerity and in all truth. Shalom to few accords are listening silence and obedience to your husband. Shalom, this is brother Yaramia here back with another video. Alright, and this video is just touching on chariots. Right, just touching on the chariots, because I was having a little talk with my cousins and them, we were just talking, we just done playing, football, and after we done playing the football I was showing them the heavenly vehicles, the Lord chariots, and he playing out watch me and tell me, right? I don't have to say the word, but he playing out watch me and tell me, boy, like boy or boy, there's actually in slang, boy, F you and that. And that we say to the Lord's chariot. He said F me and the chariot. That we say, like, forget you and that. That we basically say, right? So F you and that. That we just said. Even that what he said to me. And I'll show them it. It was about 3 or 4 chariots, and they started say there's a plane. Then one say there's they say a plane. Then one say there's a shooting star, and then the other say that was that's just a shooting star. So I saying how a star could shoot. How a star is just this. So after he starts shooting, it does just disappear then. Right, because the soil disappear, right? And then they keep changing the topic. When I was talking about the Lord and his chariots, they changing the topics, and then he say my cousin said he gonna live to see his kids and his kids, meaning that he gonna live to see his kids make kids, and he's gonna live and die old in this place. And I said, he's 17, so I said, you're not even gonna make it to 20. And I said, you know what? I can't say that because I don't know when the Lord is coming, but I said, you're not gonna even make it to 25 because the Lord is coming back very soon. And I don't think he will even make it to 20 because Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. Right? And the Lord is coming back very soon with his chariots. There's just a video, touching on the chariots, and the day of the Lord, that the Lord is coming with his chariots. Because when I was reading the story, with Yahushua when he get crucified, you could read that first one. It says Matthew 26 and 64. It says, Yahushua saith unto him, Thou hast said, nevertheless I say unto you, hereafter shall ye see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. And the Lord is coming in the clouds of heaven. He's coming with them chariot, them heavenly vehicles, and not just the chariot, right? He's coming with the angels too, right? So it's not just the chariot. He's coming with them angels, and hey, these scriptures are just flowing in my mind while they're talking to me, but I talk to them so much already that I ain't even, like looking to pull any scriptures, They don't say it, he don't say it already by F you and that, and hey, the Lord is gonna reward for that, for saying F you and that, Shalom. The Lord is gonna reward he according to, what he say and what he does, because he say F you and that, so that means he's saying that, hey, and I know what cousin or nothing like that I sorry for my cousin or anything like that. Yes, I'm sorry for him because the day of the Lord is no joke, but he can't have to go through that because that is what he choose. I don't know, he say he don't believe in nothing, and what the scriptures say, the fool that Satan is hard, there is no God, right? So the Lord is coming in the right hand of Yahweh and coming in the clouds of heaven, not just the clouds of heaven. Right, not just the chariots, right? Because if you read Isaiah, 66 and 15, It says, "For behold, the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger, with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire." Right, can so it says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire." It says, "For by fire and by the sword will the Lord plead of with all flesh, and his slain of the Lord shall be many." And why the slain of the Lord is going to be many? Because hey, many of these people here, them not serving the Lord and them not hearkening unto his words. Them just doing evil. You know, them don't care about the Lord's words and what he say. You know, them just doing evil. You know. Them don't care about the words. You know, and hey, once the scripture says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire." Once the Lord say that, that is gonna happen. Because as we read in come on the Isaiah, 55, it says his word couldn't return unto him void. So everything he says is gonna accomplish that which he pleases, as it says in the chapter. Right? Nothing is gonna return unto him void. It's gonna accomplish that which he please. Right? So the word of the Lord, is always gonna happen. Right? It will happen. Thus says the Lord, right? And God's gonna, and why this slain I Lord got me mind too, because that many of them who don't believe in God, who believe in Krishna, whatever his name is, them idol gods, Jesus Christ, and all these different gods, and who believe in this and that and that. The only power, or the true power, is Yahweh Hashem Yeshua. Them don't believe in that. Once you don't believe in the Lord, you're doomed. You're doomed. You're set for judgment. And the Lord is gonna come with his chariot. Revelation 1 and 7. It says, "For behold," again, it says the word behold. Actually, let me go into that word behold, because I don't know what it means, but let me go into it now, so we both could be edified. Revelation 1 and 7 says, "Behold," we see the internet is kind of sticking. Wait me for a second. Right. Behold. It says, "Behold, see, lo." So it says behold and see. So this is something that see is gonna come to pass. It's gonna come. We are gonna see this before our very eyes. Shalom. Shalom. Right, so as I was going, I went into the word, and now it says, we could even read that in a different translation too, but let me finish it here. So that in the KJV it says, "Behold, he coming with clouds." Them clouds is not literal a fluffy cloud or them bullshit ass Christians will say. That is a chariot. Chariot is likened to clouds too. And every eye shall see him, everyone is gonna see him. And they also which pierced him back, when they pierced him on the cross, all of them, Romans or whoever they were, they are going to see the Lord. And it says, "And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so a man, because the Lord is coming." And it says, when you read in different chapters, and all these different things in different books, it says the mountains, some of them going into Esau, the mountains go fair, and go melt. All them things it say, in one of the chapters in the breakdowns, it said that too. But the Lord is coming with his chariots. Right? He is coming with his chariot, and these chariots are real. Right? He say, only how he could believe that is if it come down and literally reveal itself unto him. Right? The only how he could believe that, he said. Well, I just say in my head, well, what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh Shemeshai without effect? No, it's not gonna do that. Their unbelief though means nothing. They just not gonna be a part of the Lord's elect. Let's see what it says for me. EMP, "Behold, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him, even those who pierce him, all the tribes, nations of the earth will mourn over him, realizing their sin and guilt and anticipating the coming wrath. So it is to be a man, and these things are going to come to pass. Right? These things are going to come to pass. The day of the Lord. Nice way at the church or no. Right? The day of the Lord. Right? It's one is the day of the Lord. So while I do a breakdown, this like a lesson on this one. But you know, it have a lot of scriptures on the day of the Lord. You know, I can't really remember any right now. You know, but it have a lot. You know, if we just search it, we could get a few and read it out, you know. Day of the Lord. Slack. Alright. We scroll down to a bit. I just 66 is one. I know that for sure. I can't remember all, you know. Okay, now for a second. Still come back again, boy. Oh yeah, come. Isaiah 13:9 said, Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. And hey, the day of the Lord is no joke, you know? These people thinking the day of the Lord is a joke. It said, Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger. With wrath and with fierce anger. So the day of the Lord is no joke. And the precepts now coming back in my head. To what I how Shemir Shai 13:6, it says, Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. And the Lord is going to come and deliver his elect, you know. And he's going to destroy the sinners. And then he's going to, you know, destroy, then he's going to destroy the two lands. One is Babylon. You know, he's going to destroy Babylon. And then he's going to destroy the land, Jerusalem, because that land is filthy. You know, that land have to be destroyed. You know, that land has to be destroyed because of the filthiness and the unrighteousness. You know, the wickedness that's doing in that land and the abominations. The Lord is gonna purify that land with fire. You know, some of the precepts now come back to me. We could go to 1 Zephaniah 1. Zephaniah 1 and 14, it says, The great day of the Lord is near. It is near, and he hastened greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. And the mighty man is going to cry there bitterly because of the day of the Lord. You know, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, because the missiles and them can dark of the place. You know, when the missiles come down and the mushroom cloud go up, place is gonna turn dark. Right? The place is gonna go dark. Right? We'll have one more and we could close it. It's just a quick lesson, you know. You know, it's the feast of the Lord, you know, we had to be feasting with the brethren, you know, just a quick lesson, you know. You know. It's a one in right before we close, Joel 2 and 1, it says, Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, sound an alarm in my holy mountain, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord is at hand. So for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. The day of gloominess, the day of clouds, the chariots, gloominess, you know, because when the missiles go down, as I said, the mushroom cloud can go up, so it's not going to be no light. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there had not been ever the like, neither shall there be after even 2 years of many generations. Hey, so the day of the Lord is no joke. And hey, to these jakes and them who not serving the Lord, get your ass right, because the day of the Lord is coming. You know, the day of the Lord is very soon. So hopefully it's a lesson of, you know, edifying to us left. Give our praises all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yoshai, Bashem, Kakadash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect, shalom Labakariam, and that is wicked place, shalom to the elect.